Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and today I'm joined by Susan and Kevin to discuss a Marvel Disney Plus TV series, or is it a TV season? Because that's up in the air at the moment. Is it going to be one season, or is it going to be one series? We don't know. We are talking Moon Knight, of course, a hero from the Marvel Comics from way back in 1975. He made his first appearance, and this is the first, as far as I know, live action characterization of the character. Some people compare him to DC's Batman, the way he acts, the way he sorts the villains out. So we'll see what these two guys think of the 6 episodes we got of Moon Knight, starring, of course, Oscar Isaacs, which everybody knows him from Star Wars and Dune and other things, but he really surprised me in this. His acting in this really surprised me. So I'm not going to say any more until I have my say later on. Who wants to go first? You, Susan?
Yeah. Okay.
Go on.
All right. Well, I'd never heard of him before. And the first time I saw the first episodes, I saw like 6 or 7 weeks ago anyway. I seriously thought he was a vampire. I thought that was the whole thing. I was like, oh my gosh, there's another or Marvel vampire. Yay. It was like, I couldn't believe it. I thought, what the luck? What luck? We've got another. Anyway, I enjoyed it. I didn't realize the connection with this Egyptian god until they started putting it all together. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a cool. It's the System Lords to bring one of my fandoms back in. It's Stargate all over again. No, but this was just different because it's also like the United States of Terra or Sybil or any of those other stories about people with dissociative multiple personality disorder, and that is really intriguing. He's got some issues, some imbalance issues of who he is, and he's but Moon Knight is a really cool character because his avatar, like they call them avatars, and they're just basically people who the god, the alien, interacts with and pulls into their own drama, and so there's that set up, and there's also set up with relationships, because as Moon Knight is the two men and the god. There are 3 voices. Two acted by Oscar Isaacs, who is just everywhere I love this year. He's in everything I loved in Star Wars and in Dune. He's really a fantastic, amazing dude. Anyway, and so I liked it a lot. I haven't seen any of the comic books yet. I was trying to decide whether or not to go and just order one in random off of one of the sale sites, but I kind of just wanted to do it raw, just leave it, not have it be something that I have other things to tie it to. It can kind of be off in its own little universe, but yeah, and they didn't really smash it in with any of the other Marvel characters, which was great, which was really interesting. Anyway, I saw it on Disney Plus because we finally got Disney Plus after all these years, and I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed Oscar Isaacs again, and I really love the cast. But I'll let Lee or Kevin go into the cast or whatever, the action and any of those other things that this could be tied to, because I've already mentioned Stargate, so that was really where I wanted to. I really wanted it to connect it there, and then to do the other connection with the the other stories of the darkness and stuff and the gods. So, yeah, back over to you, Lee. That's my opening.
Thank you, Susan. We'll go straight over to Kevin then. What's your opening thoughts then, Kevin? Was it everything you expected it to be?
I was pleasantly surprised by the acting of Oscar Isaac. I was like, what the hell? Especially with the first episode. It was so confusing. I was like, what the hell is happening here? But then at the end, it was like, ah, yeah, there we go. Because he was constantly getting blackouts and he was getting blood on his hands. But you both know at the end of the season who that was.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably Mark, but also the third personality.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. He does have three personalities. Yeah, and we only see the third one at the end of the final episode.
Oh, that's right. There was that, wasn't there?
Yeah. There's Mark, there's Stephen, and
Jake Lockley.
Jake. Yeah.
I haven't even read a comic about this character, so I was like, pretty new to this character. I watched it with my girlfriend, and there were some parts that were like very mind fuck, especially episode 4 when he's in the asylum. You really think he gone insane, and it is all made up in his head.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is what they were trying to make you think. Is that real, or is the other thing real? You decide.
Especially, yeah, pretty much. No, but the music, especially the song in the beginning, was very earworm. That song got stuck in your head for a while. But there was a lot of new boundaries they're trying to break with blood and everything. Over here, it was 16 plus the rating. For sometimes it was 12, but mostly it was 16 plus because of the violence and everything.
Swearing as well. There was swearing in it as well.
Yeah. There was a lot of, and there was in the fourth part there was a horror element in there with the mummy, and I was like, oh, that's scary. But yeah, I like the performance, and the story was very good. I'm hoping there's going to be a second season because they cannot just end on that post-credit scene, can they?
Well, it was advertised as a limited
series. Yeah.
But then it went before the final episode came up. The heading said final episode of season. Now, if it's a season, there's going to be more.
Yeah.
But according to Oscar Isaacs, he's done with it apparently. But who knows? They may be just playing with us.
Yeah, we shall see with Comic-Con this year, and
Yeah,
I think
that's really where you'll find out, won't you?
Yeah, I mean, I
so.
think it's been so successful. I think it's a no-brainer.
Only 3 months to go to Comic-Con though, so.
But if there is going to be a second season, you're looking at maybe 2023.
Yeah.
It's not back end of that. It's not going to be anytime this year, and it's not going to be early next year. If anything, it's going to be late on next year. If there is a second season.
Yeah, for some parts I was like they could have used some more episodes.
Yeah, Disney sometimes do this. Sometimes you get 10 episodes. Sometimes you get 8. Sometimes you get 6
or 7.
Yeah, that was a strange one. What was that one? That was Book of
Boba Fett.
Yeah. So anyway, carry on. Sorry, I keep interrupting you there, Kevin.
So yeah, the post-credit scene was good, but the whole show was very good. With especially with the review that Mark was trying to make a personality for himself. So Stephen was made up and not Mark. So that was also plot twist. And his mother was abusive.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're gone. Marvel was like, yeah, let's try something new. Yeah, let's go dark with this one, and they pretty much did. But yeah,
I say it worked for me.
For me, it worked. Yeah, it was finally some serious shit, especially with when they're fighting against each other, Stephen and Mark, in the episode with the Arabic guy, and then he was like, Stephen, what did you do? And Stephen was like, that wasn't me. And then you were like, oh, there's somebody else in there too. That then at the end of course, you get that Howard gets shot in the face.
Yeah. Do you think how Harrow has survived his injuries?
I don't know. In the comics, he only appeared in one issue.
He was played by Ethan Hawke, and he was
good.
He was freaking amazing.
I mean, that opening scene, episode 1, where he was putting glass in his sandals.
Yeah.
And just walking away, Ooh, you thought, he's one mean mother.
Yeah. You're not.
He was like, can't you this, can't you that? I was like, yeah, what did he ever do to you? But then, of course, at the end, you come that Kanchu is using him. At least it's his third personality, doesn't know that he's being used, I guess.
Well, as I say, hopefully, if they go down the road of the second season, we'll get more info on Jake.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want him to just leave it like that.
Who is the very first personality?
Stephen.
There's Mark. Mark is the real. Stephen and Jake are made up.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't find that out until episode 5 or 6, isn't it? Something like that. No, episode 5, I think.
But some of that was a little confusing because the images of Stephen were of when he seemed like he was a lot younger.
The images of that was Mark when he was younger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He made an imaginary friend and called him Stephen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what annoyed Stephen, to finding out that he wasn't real.
Yeah.
It can be a bit confusing, I know, but.
But yeah, Jake Lockley was a very taxi driver, especially with with the kick in the wheelchair, and then getting in the car. That was good.
Yeah. Is that it? Are you finished for now?
Yeah, I finished for now. So.
Okay, Kevin. Right. Well, I know I've been interrupting everyone well because I've loved this series. To be honest, Marvel and Disney's output on the TV series have been absolutely marvelous.
Uh-huh.
Marvelous. So I did Marvel.
So to speak, I saw what you did there.
It be it Hawkeye, be it WandaVision, they haven't really gone wrong with everything they've released, in my opinion. And this one really has topped everything for me.
Yeah.
It's anything to do with Egyptology. I just love. I've always wanted to go there. Never have yet, but I will one day. And as you say, with all the reference of all the gods, was it Khonshu? Was it
Khonshu, Isis? There was Khonshu, Isis. What's his name? Horus was also.
Yeah.
I mean, Khonshu. Before I forget, voiced by F. Murray Abraham.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, come on.
I haven't seen him in a movie or anything since Insurrection.
Yeah.
And then before that, it was Amadeus, of course. But yeah, when he came, I thought that voice. I had to look it up because I didn't see the credits. F. Murray Abraham. Wow. But say you've got Ethan Hawke here playing Harrow, perfectly not a suited villain,
Right.
just a calm, cool, collective villain with a walking stick. You got who else have we got in this? Of course, you've got Oscar, of course, with his brilliant brilliant English accent,
Yeah.
which took me by surprise. Because not many actors can do a really good English accent if you don't come from that country.
I know.
You know, we go down the Dick Van Dyke route, but
Dick Van Dyke wasn't trying to be English. He was trying to be Australian.
was he? Oh.
Stole that joke from Eddie Izzard.
Yeah, but yeah, that really took me by surprise, that accent, and his portrayal of Mark was just amazing as well, equally amazing. He really drew you in. The 6 episodes what we had, he really drew you in to his plight of his multi-personality disorder, and as well, 2 episodes of this. Moon Knight wasn't even in 2 episodes of this series.
Yeah.
You know, usually it was the asylum segments, no
Yeah.
Moon Knight, which I thought, yeah, great, because it's sort of giving you another, sideline of the story without the superhero bit. So I enjoyed that, and the design of Moon Knight and Mr. Knight, the suited one with the tie.
Yeah.
I can't fault them because they're so similar. Slight changes, but so similar to the comic books.
Oh, fantastic.
But they haven't moved that far away from the comic books design.
Oh, good.
So, because sometimes you do, don't you? Sometimes you go and watch it, it's nothing like what you've read. Yeah, so a very enjoyable series, in my opinion. Shall we go favourite moments? Shall we go back to Kevin then, Susan?
Sure.
Kevin, favourite moments?
Well, especially the ending of the first episode when he, let me save us, and then he turns into Moon Knight and punches and goes directly into the camera. I love the superhero landing from Mr. Knight. Was very cool. It was very funny, like, what are we wearing? We look like Colonel Sanders or something like. Yeah, that was very funny.
Oh yeah. I mean, the suited Mr. Knight is just an amazing.
Especially the last episode, you can see them switch between personalities every time. It was so cool.
Well, they've tuned to each other now, haven't they?
Yeah. Now Jake Lockley is going to bring more confusion. Just like Kanchu said, Mark doesn't know how troubled his life really is.
Yes, fingers crossed for second season.
I hope, or else a movie.
Yeah, could be. You never know with Marvel.
The CGI was sometimes, I don't know what it was, but the CGI was sometimes, yeah, okay.
Hey, you've just hit something on the head about maybe a movie.
Yeah.
Because I know in Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, Scarlet Witch is from the WandaVision series leading into this movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they could lead from this series into a movie of Moon Knight.
I bloody hope so.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shall see.
If they do that, I'll be happy with that as well. As long as they stick with the same sort of acting and
and the fights with Moon Knight were good. Especially the last one was also where I was like, damn. And then he got a blackout in the middle of the fight, and then Jake Lockley probably took over. But we didn't see that, so hey, we shall see that next time.
Hopefully. Go on then, Susan. Over to you.
All right, some of my favorite moments were the ones in ancient Egypt, and then there's the ones like when they were separated out and they were in the mind space of Egypt, and then there was like the other part that I really I kind of it was kind of a little cringe for me was the insane asylum or whatever. That was hard to watch, but it was hard to watch because I actually had begun to care about, you know, Stephen and Marcus and stuff, and how they were being manipulated, and whether or not that all took place in his mind, or if it was actually in some sort of you know, secluded place. I don't know, but it was good. And the other thing that was really was enjoyable about this was some of the fight scenes were just brilliant. Like they were going different directions, and they each had different, each of the personalities had different powers. And when they were fighting all the other gods in there, that was cool. And then when they were fighting the Amit or whatever, the
Big crocodile lady.
big crocodile lady, whatever her name is, Amit, or anyway. So that was really cool. That was really cool. And I also liked the different styles of you know, fighting, where this guy, and what's cool is that he just, you know, just because he's just such a good fighter, and it's because he's been with, you know, Khonshu for a really long time. But Khonshu doesn't always, you know, Khonshu's often like, you know, cheerleading, not actually inhabiting this. It's flesh. It's like cheerleading off to the side. So that's always challenging for me to, like, you know, because like the differences in the kinds of fights that were going on was different, and that was fun. And let's see, the other thing that I really liked, yeah, that was it. I'll leave the rest for Lee, because there was lots to like and there was lots to enjoy and stuff like that. So.
Oh, yeah, there was. Thanks, Susan. The comedic element with Stephen was just so funny, because he was the comic relief in this. He, you know, waking up every morning, and he's you know, he's tied to the bed, strapped, and he always forgets. Flat on his face. And also his goldfish with only one fin, demanding a replacement because it's grown a fin. Not realizing that Mark had been in and got a new goldfish. There was, as I say, the Egyptology of it all was just so brilliant. I could understand where Susan's gone about the insane asylum, which was a bit hard. If you start feeling for these characters, you see them in this predicament.
Yeah,
it is tough, but so well acted. And the clue, and there was a clue there when one of the doors, and there was a sarcophagus there moving about.
Yeah,
That was the third personality.
That was Jake.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
And the big hippopotamus at the end of that episode was just made me laugh.
Yeah, it was like hi, and then they were yelling at each other.
But Ethan Hawke, such a cool, calm, collective villain.
Yep.
Just, you know, not going there full pelt, just walking slowly. And, you know, and the way he judged, well, the cane judged them, was it? The cane judged the people. He wasn't the judge; it was the power of the cane, which I always thought was a brilliant idea. Which, and then once if the scales was unbalanced, they were killed.
Yeah.
And talking of the unbalanced scales, of course, was the two hearts of Stephen and Mark.
Yeah.
And the only way to succeed, to get over that, was become as one.
Yeah.
And I think this was what all this series was about, for them to become as one.
Yeah.
Instead of pulling apart all the time. So brilliant.
So which of the jobs would he keep? The one at the restaurant or the one at the library?
The what?
The one at the restaurant or the one at the library? Which of the jobs would he keep?
Would he keep?
Yeah. Just kidding. Wasn't he fired from he was fired from the restaurant, right?
Yeah, so for a normality, I'd say the museum.
Yep.
Because that's Egyptology would keep him there.
Yep.
So Stephen would be more present than Mark would, I suppose. But they found it so easy to switch, and as well as also when there was sort of at the beginning of the season series where there was talking in the glass or in the mirror. Which you were seeing, because you didn't know what was going on. You thought, oh, is he a bit of a schizophrenic here? But yeah, I fully enjoyed it. It's a breath of fresh air. Anything else? What anybody like to say?
Yeah,
nope.
Murray Abraham was fantastic. I agree. I enjoy his acting a lot, and this is.
He's a very underrated actor.
He is. He's classically trained, and he's got this punchy delivery that he just makes you really like. Yeah, it's just awesome.
Even Hawk, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was dark at sometimes, like just people killing like on a fucking scale. Like, hey, now someone in the future, somewhere in the future, you turn bad. But hey, yeah.
Oh, it's like what is that? What is that? Minority Report? No.
Yeah, someone like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Minority Report with
Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise. Yeah.
Yeah. Not forgetting, of course, May Calumet.
Yeah, it's Layla, right?
Yeah. She becomes Scarlet Scarab.
Yeah.
That was cool to see, really.
And I was getting, when I was watching these when the wings were coming out and all that, I was getting flashbacks of Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah.
Because of the golden costume she wore and all that. But hey, I don't care about that. It was good to see a strong female hero in action.
Yeah. That was cool.
I left so
what
hard.
Was her god? What was her goddess name?
The
let me have a look.
Something Trident.
Of the Egyptian goddess Tauret.
Okay.
The temporary avatar of the Egyptian goddess Tauret. Yeah.
Oh well, I left one of the favorite scenes of mine was, of course, don't kiss Layla, don't kiss my girlfriend. Then Steven goes for it and gets punched by Mark.
You kissed her, didn't you?
Yeah.
So, anything else before we go to final score score?
No, it was awesome.
Okie dokie. Right then, Kevin. Over to you. What's your final score?
I will give this series 10 out of 10.
I knew you'd be. I knew you would.
10 out of 10 moons of nights. Yeah.
10 out of 10 moons. Oh, cool. Susan.
I will, because it was, it encompassed a lot of the fun things and that I enjoy. And I've never even heard of the comic book until, or seen the, I had never even heard of this character until I started watching it, and I found it really, really super enjoyable. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. wrapped up mummy strap for out of a, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think Moon Knight first. It was in 1975, but I think it was in a comic called, I think it was Werewolf by Night or something, or Wolf by Night or something like that. So check that out, from 1975, I think. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good fun. It was 6 episodes of a, you know, comic capers, high adventure. Maybe it could have been a bit longer, but we got what we got. So for me, it was 10 personalities out of 10.
Oh wow, that's quite a few.
I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more.
Oh,
But
my.
yeah, 10 out of 10 for me. It's a fun series or season, whatever it is. So that's our little review of Moon Knight. Thank you, Susan.
Always.
Thank you, Kevin. I'll thank myself. Pat on the back. You guys out there, if you've seen Moon Knight, let us know what you thought of it. Leave a comment below. You guys out there, if you haven't seen Moon Knight, why haven't you? Get out there and watch it. She's ready with a bell. She's got a little dinger there. She's waiting. Now, if you'd like to join our little group, be on casts like this, and be in our chat group and stuff like that, leave a message below. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Insta. We're all over the social media. On YouTube, if you have subscribed to us, please. Look, I'm dragging it out now. If you are subscribed to us on YouTube and you haven't pressed the bell notification button, was it worth it? I think it needs oiling, but yeah, press the bell notification button and you'll get notified every time we put up a video. It could be movie, it could be TV, could be a music album, could be audio drama from any genre, decade, from the 1920s up to modern day. We don't care.
No,
it could be horror.
like a lot of this stuff, we just gotta get it talked about. You gotta get it talked about.
Rom-coms, comedy, war dramas, anything.
Christmas movies with Michael Shakes in them.
Oh no, I still have nightmares about that one.
Television programs as exciting as tomorrow, people.
Oh yes.
The Room.
Or
I don't want to watch
Room.
that.
We've got to do The Room. Oh, that's good, Kevin. Oh, funny.
Oh, I will do that. I will laugh my ass off.
Oh, good gravy. That's a bad shoot.
So I think that's everything, Susan.
I guess that's it, yeah.
If you do want to be on the cast, please be 18 plus. That's all we are. Have a PC, laptop, tablet, or mobile phone with a working camera and microphone, because we like to see and hear everybody on the. I don't know what Susan's doing, but she's trying to put me off. Just
Microphone.
Oh, right.
Microphone.
So until next time, guys, be seeing you.